could, because in film school nobody told us we couldn't just use any music. So I did. And that film is dead somewhere in the city because it is 2 hours filled with music for which nobody could ever buy the rights. So, but nobody told me in film school. So afterwards I learned the hard way. And I realized how important music is when I did my very first short film. It was silent. I had only a OLED 16mm, it only shot without sound. So what do? You put it, if you get your hands on an editing table, you put it on the table and see what you can do with it. And I couldn't do much with it because there wasn't much to cut. There was always long takes, and they ended because the film ended, and then there was another take that ended because the film ended. But if you put them together, even the act of just attaching 2 shots, all of a sudden there was more than the sum of the 2 shots, because all of a sudden there was the first element of storytelling. With one shot after another, there was something else. And then I sat there and I played some of my music. And each time another song played, it was a different impression. Each shot had a different meaning depending on whether it was the Rolling Stones or Creedence Clearwater Revival or Chuck Berry. The music changed what it meant. And I was very, very excited, of course. And it was like a revelation in my life, and ever since I'm trying to find that excitement with every new film when the music and the images meet each other and form something that is the third, and not the sum of the music and the image, but the third thing where it means something different. And for me, the music from the beginning has been part of the storytelling process. Sometimes what the film is about is sometimes even said more in the music than in the action. So it's utterly important for me. But it's different in each film. There's no rule. Sometimes the music is there before, and I make the film because of the music, like Buena Vista or Soul of a Man. And sometimes it's all your favorite music, and sometimes, like Until the End of the World, a science fiction film where I projected myself into the future, and where I figured I cannot use music that I listen to now because that would be wrong. I need music from the year 2000, in 1990. So how do you get that? So I wrote letters to all my favorite musicians, and I didn't know most of them. But I wrote letters saying, here, I'm making a movie that takes place in 2000, and I think it would be fantastic if I had a song of yours like you imagine yourself making music in 10 years from now. And I thought it was a ludicrous idea, and maybe a couple of them would respond, and then out of 18, 16 cities. And that was the soundtrack, and that was very, very lucky. And the fact that each of them made an effort to be in the future also created a coherence and helped the feeling of the film and the projection into the future. It helped it enormously. It really carried it.